We are also, quick to forgive, and that is, His Excellency the President. His Excellency has, suffered a lot in terms of over 21, coup attempts, over a dozen times attempt on his life. But those are the people that he is forgiving, today. And that tells you, who he is and who Gambians are. We are a forgiving nation, and we have a forgiving president, a president who is compassionate and who cares.
That's the finale and closing moment of an austere period for these ex-convicts, inspiring kindness, understanding, and a good dose of positive energy for relations between Banjul and Washington. Ibrahim Jatta, GRTS.
The Minister of Works and Construction has said that the Gambia stands to benefit considerably with the ratification of the statute for the Islamic Civil Aviation Council. Francis Littimboj was speaking on Tuesday at the National Assembly, where he also took questions and made clarifications for lawmakers. We have details in this report. Parliamentary business on Tuesday commenced with a brief question and answer session. The first such came from the Honorable Buba I. Sane of Combo Central. He asked whether government has secured funds for the construction of the Brikama Daslame Dimbaya Road. If so, he quizzed the Works and Construction Minister what is holding the works. Francis Littimboj in response said recruitment of the civil works contractor has been completed and that negotiations for the possible award of the contract will be soon concluded. In addition to further questions on the dilapidated condition of the trunk road linking Brikama and Kasakunda, much attention was placed on the statute for the Islamic Civil Aviation Council, a motion tabled by the Works and Construction Minister for adoption and ratification. The instrument, signed by the Gambia in November 1985, according to Minister Mboj, has provisions that are not consistent with our domestic laws and regulations.
The aims and objectives of the statutes are, in every respect, consistent with our development goals, particularly the Program for Accelerated Growth and Employment page. A case in point is that through the promotion of common regulations, the statute aims to develop air transport amongst member states, create modalities for the exchange of information in a rapidly changing sector, as well as make provision for training opportunities.
The Gambia, he said, stands to benefit considerably from the membership of the Islamic Civil Aviation Council through training opportunities for both Gambia Civil Aviation Authority and GIA staffers.
It is the aim of the Council to establish air services and improve air navigation, safety and security among member states. Indeed, these aims are paramount to the Yamoussoukro decision and the Banjul Accord Group, to which the Gambia is contributing very effectively.
Seconded by Ilyas Aslamin Keba Jame, the statute for the Islamic Civil Aviation Council, according to him, bodes well for our development aspirations.
All these are geared towards alleviating the problems and the bottlenecks we have when it comes to civil aviation. And I must congratulate the Minister for bringing this thing now. Since if we all remember, I think it was last week when they inaugurated a flight called the Gambia Bird. This, I understand, is partly Gambian owned, and the aircraft will be stationed here and going to UK and our sub-region. Coming into force of this, if this August Assembly ratify this motion, it will alleviate a lot of bottlenecks we have, especially we National Assembly members. We encounter a lot of problems when we're traveling.
I want the Honourable Minister to help me clarify what it means by existing facility, cargo of airlines of member states.
As far as our own country is concerned, hitherto we are really dwelling, embarking, and really relying on a patchwork of arrangements with airlines here and there. So if we have this Civil Aviation Council here, it will be able to regulate a whole lot of things. And may God forbid, in case of disasters or loss anywhere, we shall have a system for the regulation of any liability concerning persons, luggage and goods. So it is most welcome, and I really urge the House to.
The Honorable Abdullah Bojang, for his part, extolled the Works and Construction Minister for what he described as a powerful achievement in a relatively short period of time. He nonetheless raised some concerns over traveling difficulties in the sub-region, something he thinks does not go well for regional integration.
You think of the distance from Banjul to America, Washington, London and Brussels. The maximum period is 8 hours, and one gets there, immediately you go on board the plane. But Senegal, Dakar, Bissau, Conakry, Monrovia are the shortest distances that will, in fact, it will not take a car 16 hours to reach. But going to Liberia here takes us 3 days.
The minister singled out the Gambia bird as one which intends to service the whole of the sub-region, besides acting as a feeder for other airlines, coupled with its acquisition of landing rights for London, Barcelona and the Netherlands. With few clarifications, the House wasted no time to ratify the statute for the Islamic Civil Aviation Council. Members of the Gambia Federation of the Disabled have held a day-long forum which seeks to raise awareness of the need to create an environment that respects and protects people with disability. Mama J reports members of the Federation also called on the government of the Gambia to sign and ratify the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability.
Barely 5 weeks after the validation of the draft disability bill by the Gambia Federation of the Disabled, participants gathered this morning to review the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. The convention seeks to promote and protect as well as ensure the full and equal enjoyment of all human rights and fundamental freedom of persons with disabilities. The 2003 survey recorded 2.4% of people with disabilities in the country. The chairperson of the Gambia Federation of the Disabled, Aissatou Sanyang, said her federation is working closely with the Department of Social Welfare and other partner agencies to advocate for the signing, ratification and domestication of the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities for use in the Gambian context. Madam Sanyang, however, singled out discrimination and stigma as barriers that she said are hard to overcome.
Disability affects people access to education, to employment, to health. People with disability facing challenge in mobility every day and are limited in accessing social and cultural events.
The Gambia is one of the 14 countries in Africa that is yet to sign and ratify this convention. The Director of Social Welfare, Fantabai Seka, who deputized for the Health and Social Welfare Minister, said the government has refocused its plans and programs of action towards a vulnerable group of society, including the children, elderly and the disabled, through the establishment of social protection programs meant to recognize the valued and potential contributions of persons with disabilities in society.
Disability is an evolving concept, and that disability results from the interaction between persons with impairment and others. There are attitudinal and environmental barriers that hinders their full and effective participation in society on an equal basis with others. My ministry, as the line ministry overseeing the affairs of persons with disability in the country, will, under the leadership of His Excellency Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya A.J.J. Jammeh, work tirelessly with the Gambia Federation of the Disability through the Department of Social Welfare to end stigma, discrimination, and any kind of inhuman and degrading treatment against persons with disability, whilst improving access to quality of services.
Johannes Boabeng Beidou, lecturer at the University of the Gambia, gave an overview of the UN Convention on the Rights of People with Disabilities through a PowerPoint presentation. The Gambia Federation of the Disabled is the umbrella body of all disabled people organizations in the country, founded by the late Mohamed Kora in 1991. Mama J, GRTS.
This year's heavy rains have left roads linking